press something. Yeah, so that's probably cue that I should finish my speech. So, that also created suspense. So what is this, origin, Sanskrit origin for word entrepreneur? He says it's anta prerana, inner quest. I didn't know that. I'm so proud of, being an Indian now suddenly, right? So it says it's in the Vedas, anta prerana, the inner quest to solve a problem innovatively is entrepreneurship. So my last message for you is, while we appreciate the Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, right, it's important that we start celebrating our own heroes. We have many, right? Use that for inspiration, but don't disrespect, because tomorrow you can be that entrepreneur. You have a unique opportunity to go change the world with a simple idea. That's all you need, right? And go use that opportunity and become the greatest entrepreneur that you are meant to be. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring us to become future entrepreneurs and to be brave enough to follow our dreams. Thank you, sir. We now invite our special guest, our NITI alumnus, Mr. Mandeep Manocha, co-founder and CEO at Reglobe. He has completed his post-graduation from NITI batch of PGDIM 12. He is currently CEO of Reglobe, the startup which makes selling old and used electronic gadgets like laptops, mobiles, phones, and tablets quick and hassle-free. Reglobe had started as a Manik Waste Management Private Limited in 2009. He is one of the most successful student entrepreneurs from NITI. Previously, he has also been co-founder and business relationship with Zazzybox, an e-commerce solution to bring beauty and lifestyle products from around the world right to the customer's doorsteps. He was also part of the M&A advisory team in the investment banking firm at Lehman Brothers. Please, sir.
It's so good to see the hall full. Back when we were students, it was a task to get the back rows full back in 2008, 2009. No, yeah, see, so that actually, that's helping, and Mandi has grown leaps and bounds. Congratulations to everyone who's a part of it. I'm actually very honored to be here today because it's just 5-6 years that I've passed out, and not as rosy picture as these guys tell you that, we've done some great work. But I'm actually thankful to the NITI fraternity for calling me here, Professor Pundit, Dr. Prasad. It's so good to see a lot of young students here early in the morning with the zeal to sell. A lot of you must be thinking, yaar, kyun bula liya subah subah? Main to finance padhna chahta tha. Yeah, I want to be a supply chain guy. Why do I have to go on the streets to sell? Right? A lot of you must be thinking. We used to think that when Mandi started, early morning. At that time, we had to report at 9 and we had to move out at 9:30. And we're like, yaar, Saturday morning, why do I have to go out? But when I look back, sales is a very important aspect in our lives. We don't even know that we are selling most of the times. When you want something from your folks, you sell, some dream that, Dad, I'll come first in, class 10, please bike dila do. That's what you're selling, right? When you go out in your managerial posts, if you're not in the sales team, you will be selling your ideas to your boss. So it's very important that you excel in the fact that you have to sell something sometimes in your life. And trust me, it's very difficult to sell to strangers on the street. Very, very difficult. Today when you come back in the evening, I'm sure most of you will realize one fact, that whenever some salesman comes to you and you say, "Arey jao na, time nahi hai," you'll not do that anymore. When people call you cold calls, "Sir, insurance chahiye kya?" you'll listen to them because you know that you've done that for like 7-8 hours on the street. I actually, wanted to say a few things that a lot of people have already said, that it's important to have fun. Go out there. There'll be a lot of places you haven't seen in Bombay. Just go out, have fun, enjoy. And there's one small thing that I wanted to add here is, you know, a lot of you said that you want to be an entrepreneur. It's not easy to be an entrepreneur, but today, the environment that is there in India, I think it is the best time to be an entrepreneur. You have a lot of support. You know, it was 5 years ago, शादी नहीं होती थी entrepreneurs की. You know, it was very difficult. What do you write there, यार? जीवनसाथी.com पे वो कॉलम नहीं होता था entrepreneur का. आज है शायद. So it's a great time. People are going to back you. There's a lot of investment that a lot of firms are making in young companies. But the only advice that I want to give you here is a lot of people today are wanting to get into entrepreneurship because they think funding मिलना बहुत आसान है. You know, people are looking for that one fundable idea. कि यार funding मिलेगी या नहीं. That should not be the approach. You should build companies which can bring value to people, which can touch lives, which you as an entrepreneur are happy to build. People think, you know, I'll make a company, sell it out in 3 years, retire at 35, buy a house, do this and that. It's not that simple. But all I would say is all the best. Go out there, make a great company, all of you who want to become entrepreneurs. And all the people who want to take up jobs, it's okay to take, you know, it's great to take up jobs, but you should not kill that zeal of being an entrepreneur, because even in jobs, there are a lot of opportunities where you can show your entrepreneurial skills. You know, one of my mentors, when I started out with Nokia as an external consultant, he said that I want to be an entrepreneur, but the flexibility that Nokia gives me to be an entrepreneur inside the company is great, because I get access to a lot of funds, I get access to a lot of people, I get access to a lot of experimentation, which as a young company you may not have. So it's okay to take up jobs, but don't kill that spirit of entrepreneurship. That's going to take India to the next level. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience and zeal for entrepreneurs. I now request the gorgeous Ms. Vanya Mishra, Femina Miss World 2002, co-founder at Twist Technologies Private Limited. She completed her graduate program in electrical engineering from PEC University of Technology. Ms. Vanya represented India at Miss World 2012 in Ordos, China. She won the Miss Social Networking and Miss Beauty with the Purpose title and was able to make it to the top 7. Please, Vanya.
Very good morning, everyone. Good morning to all the respected guests. First of all, thanks a lot for the very warm welcome that I received. I just passed out my own college last year, though I didn't take up post-graduation, though that was the plan, I think, last December, but it changed into something which I think is the topic right now, entrepreneurship. So I myself turned into one, I think, about 2-3 months ago, and it was something that I never thought that I would do any time in my life. I remember they used to teach us entrepreneurship as a part of your engineering curriculum in 4th year. And even though I had scored A grade in it, but I always used to wonder that how can people do it? How can somebody go out and, you know, build something on their own? Or I think that was before I won Miss India. So it used to kind of scare me a little bit. I never thought I would be able to do it on my own. And now I think it's been 3 years since I won Miss India. And I haven't done an MBA, but I think the self-belief and the confidence that I got post-winning Miss India is something that is helping me now to become one. And I'm sharing this with all of you because you guys are young and you guys would be venturing out into doing something of your own or probably trying to figure out. That's how I was like 3 years ago. You know, when you're in college, you're always doing something else or the other. So I would take up technical projects just so that I can get a placement by the end of my 4th year. That was my only aim, apart from winning Miss India also. But that was it. I mean, you interact with your seniors all the time. They keep on telling you to do this and that. And, you know, you do learn something out of it, but most of it is not adding that much value to what you're doing. You're putting in so much of effort, you're spending so much of time. But just because you do not put your heart into it, your heart and soul into it, it does not fetch you what you really want. Those technical projects just to get a, I think, better grade didn't really help me much. But I think my dream of becoming a Miss India, since that I was living since I think I was 13 years old, and that I did without any training, I actually won it, you know. So there's a stark difference. Engineering, which I took up, like, and I did it for almost 4 years, 2 years before that, for which I prepared. I don't think I'm a good engineer at all. I'm an electrical engineer, but I do not remember much of it, honestly. But then I think that doesn't make me any less a capable person. Also, I think the fact that I won something added to it, added to my confidence. But before that, I think most of us are really stuck up in that culture of probably getting a 9.9 plus CGPA or getting the best placement or getting placed in the biggest of companies. And until and unless you go through that personal experience of, I think, which kind of strengthens your belief in your dreams, you do not know what do they say when, you know, to believe in your dreams. There's a very, very famous dialogue from Shah Rukh Khan's film that if you love something from the heart, the whole universe conspires you to give it. And I think I have lived that, and so I can very truly assure you that dreams do come true. And I think it's very important to believe in them. It's very important to identify what you really want to do, and only that will motivate each one of you to kind of put in everything into it. Sooner or later, I think your efforts do pay you off. I won Miss India without any training, but even though I really tried to study very hard during my college days, but I could not get a 9 plus CGPA. So I think it does not matter. What matters is you need to have a clean conscience. You need to be very positive in life. And as far as I think the theme of today goes, Socho, Becho, Siko, I think it's a beautiful amalgamation of social service, innovation, and learning. I think MBA makes you become really very innovative and bringing up such themes and ideas. You guys are still in college, and I think it's the best time, because once you go out, it's, I mean, not that the fight is still not there, you're still fighting and the fight keeps on continuing. So you need to be more and more strong and need to keep on believing in what you want to do. And I think the problem with a lot of young people is that, as one of our guests also mentioned, that something about fun. So I do not, remember it exactly. But even as far as I go, my idea of fun is not about partying at all. Not that I'm boring but it's just that I find it meaningless. Yes, I like to celebrate, but I don't think so going out each weekend to party is my thing. I hate doing that, in fact. And, you know, you have your friends bugging you all the time to come out. But I still believe in adding value to my life and doing something that adds meaning to other people's life. So even with my current entrepreneurship program, that's, you know, I have been meeting people and they've been telling us that, where's the money, what's your revenue model? And there is no revenue model yet. And it's a pre-revenue model. But what we're building is what we believe so far is something that people will love to use. There is a need of it. And it's an event social network. And nobody has created it so far. So that's a belief that I'm working on. And I think this is the belief that takes each one of us ahead in life. And I hope you guys learn many, many great things out of today's event, and you've had some real expert advice from the best of people. So I hope you all of you do really well, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Vanya, for sharing your past experience and your thoughts, and for showing us that self-belief and confidence is of prime importance. And last but not the least, we call on Professor S.M. Dhume to share his insights in marketing. Okay.
Well, being professor by profession, we normally do not ignore the invitation that we receive to come on the stage and talk. And we also have a tendency of not to stop before the long bell goes on, right? After 1.5 hours or so. But then Dr. Prasad has given me the specific instructions that, first of all, you should not speak. And even if you speak, you ought to be speaking only for a few minutes. But then my addiction for speaking doesn't permit me to stop within 1.5 minutes. Let me take this opportunity to speak at least for 3 minutes. Well, this Monday, the 10th episode or 10th version is on the way. And the credit of this goes primarily to MIG Group, the students like you who have been actively participating, and the patronage that we have been receiving from director as well as Professor Pundir and all the other faculty members. And of course, a big dose of adrenaline which is pumped in our spine by Professor Mandi, who charges up the environment so very quickly that we can't just resist the temptation of going full-hearted on it. Well, why Mandi is a question that you may be having in your mind, why we should go in the market and sell the products. In fact, what I believe is that in spite of the fact that I am professor of marketing, I should promote my profession. I should promote selling and marketing. But what I understand is that the whole life is all about selling. Shakespeare has said that this whole world is a stage and we all are actors. But in case Philip Kotler is supposed to rewrite the same sentence, he would say that this whole world is a market and we all are in the business of marketing. All of us who are successful, all of those who are successful, they are successful because they are capable of selling. Selling their skills, selling their art, selling their profession, and so on. This selling helps us to be successful. And what's success after all? Success is getting what you like. And in order to get what you like, someone has to give you what you like. And you will get what you like only if someone will give you that what you like. And someone will give you what you like only if you ask the right person, right thing, at the right time, in the right manner. And this is all about selling. And that's what we call in our marketing parlor, market segmentation, positioning, and persuasion, and so on. So thus, today you're going to explore the market. Today you're going to explore yourself. Today you're going to discover yourself. It's not how much you sell that matters. It's the quality of the experience that you're going to get today. In the process of selling, that's more important. More the rejections that you go, the more the rejections that you get, the more the learning that's going to happen. So I'm sure that by the time you come back in the evening, you will be exhausted with all the inventory that's going to be given to you, and you'll come back with a rich bag of experiences, and that's going to teach you many things which the classroom teachings will not teach. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Dhume, for sharing insights about the marketing business. Now, I would request the MIG coordinators to present the token of gratitude to our guest, Professor Ashok K. Pundir. A round of applause, guys. Ms. Vanya Mishra. Mr. Sanjay Mishra. Mr. Shashi Chimala. Mr. Mandeep Manocha. Our very own Professor T. Prasad.
Thank you very much.
And Professor S.M. Dhume. It is time to go on the field for the flag off ceremony. I request all the dignitaries to proceed towards the Mahamandi flag off venue. Our MIG team members will guide you.